Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so I know what you think. Huppermage is Dead. Holy this just came out, I think today. Wow. I'm so glad I'm not playing anymore. Let me show you guys something really quick. Okay, so here's the beta 1.87 changelog for March. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so what's all in this, right? So there's a few things. We have some class adjustments. We've got Craw, evasive status applied at the start of the fight. Trough right here, they looks like they buffed it mostly. I don't know why they did that. I thought it was already pretty strong. Now Sedita got some big nerfs. I don't know why. I don't know why they took so long to do this, but these are definitely long overdue. It's currently doing okay, so Greedy's hydrated state now multiplies damage by 1.5 times instead of 2 times. That's a big difference. Tenderized bonus damage is now 10% instead of 15%. Damage healing from the Greedy and Inflatable are reduced by 33%. So just a 33%. Okay, 33% base damage and healing reduction on Greedy and Inflatable, and then Madall Irritation will be slightly better. What else is in here? Nothing too big, right? Like some Foggernaut buffs, some Zeller nerfs. You can only have 2 per team. What else? Nothing crazy. Nothing but like Elemental Concentration doesn't give Mastery anymore. Oh, shit. So, if you're still playing Huppermage, I'm sending you my deepest condolences. I don't know what to tell you, but Elemental Concentration just got gutted. And it gets worse. Check this out. It gets worse. Here we go. Alternation 2. Before it gains 15% extra mastery, now it only gains 15% damage inflicted and healing. Same with Alt 2, Alt 1, by the way. So this is a pretty big deal. I don't know how many of you are, playing the build that I played, where alternation and elemental concentration, and like the neutrality build where you do like a shitload of mastery and you have like 9,000 mastery or more if you're in a full damage build. But that's not going to be possible anymore. And if you're wondering why that's a big deal, it's because of the way mastery scales. So you don't just get an increase of 25%. You get more than that. Well, sort of. Because 25% DI when you already have 200, or let's say you have 150 or something. How much does Huppermage get? I don't remember. It's like 100% or something like that. Is only going to increase your damage output. If you let's say increase by 20%, your damage, your total damage is only going to look like it goes up by like 10%. So instead of doing like 210 damage, you'll do like 220 damage. Whereas if it's 20% mastery, you're actually going to go up by more damage than that, especially because they multiply. So you multiply Elikon times Heart times Alt 2. They're all multiplicative. So it's just a strict 20% increase. So instead of getting 20 extra damage, you get 40 extra damage. So that's a big difference. That's a 10% damage loss off just Elikon. And then the same applies with alternation. And if you were using 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose damage, and you're going to lose out on healing. So this is kind of a big deal. I don't want to like understate how big of a nerf this is to Huppermage. I think that you might need to start looking at some new options, some new alternatives. I think that there's definitely other stuff you can do. So I think melee rare is pretty good if you just do like full earth build. Now, if you're wondering how I feel about this, I pretty much feel the same as you guys. Like, honestly, this big of a nerf to Huppermage is definitely not making me want to come back to play. But I also can't really argue that it wasn't necessary. I mean, Huppermage was pretty damn strong. I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, having Heart buff your mastery, and then Elicon, and then alternation 2. It was a lot. I mean, you got around 70% increase in your elemental mastery. And that's a lot. You're not going to get nearly that much anymore. You're going to notice your damage and healing goes down by a lot. And I think Huppermage definitely got the worst nerf out of every class on this list. Worse than the Anaripsa got after the last update, and I think worse than any class is going to get in the future. So there you go. I'm not really going to read the rest of the rest of the notes. I'll leave them in the description if you want to try to read them for yourself. Fogground got some nerfs. Good for you guys. I'll see you guys around, I guess.